All right. God, is today Monday?
Yep.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach. I'm the voice and the face behind the icon. That's Danielle. We're standing in our house, and you're in for another episode of A Week in Life of Us. All right. I can't even remember the last time you guys saw it, but between the weekend, we are all the way up. Yes, we know that these walls are leaning. It's because we want to put on one top brace so then we can put in the actual bracing, make sure everything stays up as we go up. We got one more level here that goes out above the porch, and then we have two more levels that go up before we start actually making our peak for the ceiling. So we're getting away with it. We've been doing 2 a day. We're up to, we did 3 today, so that's pretty awesome. But that's gonna do it. Danielle for scale. That's gonna do it for here today on Monday, and I hope everybody's having a safe 4th. Hi, good morning. We're in a rush. We just found out Persephone just had a baby, so we're going to go and see her and figure out that she had a baby. Okay, so we got there. Persephone, in fact, did have a baby, a little mare, a little filly. The umbilical was not detached, and Persephone was so underweight that she had not produced any milk. Very little is coming out of her teats, and it's just because she came from a very bad place, and even though we've had her since January, we've been trying to get weight up. What we didn't know is that we were feeding a pregnant horse. That would have changed all of our math. So we got the vet there. It took him about an hour to get there. He looked at her, said, you know, besides the fact that she can't nurse right now, she can't get the, what's the name of it? Colostrum. She's healthy, but he's like, you need that. So there was a place that breeds Frisian horses who had some about 45 minutes away. We got in the car with her, and I think my average speed all the way there was 65 miles an hour when the speed limit's 30. I broke many a laws. I made sure that I kept Danielle, myself, and the foal safe. But I do want to acknowledge that I did break many a laws to get her there.
Putting that on tape.
I don't care.
Life or death.
When we got there, we got the colostrum, and there was a bag of it. It had already been thawed for us because they freeze it. And we started to feed her, and as we were starting to feed her, she went limp. So we massaged her neck, got her to try to suckle. It was back and forth, and when we were done, we let her rest for a moment, and then she opened her eyes, and she was a little feisty. So right now, she's back here with Danielle, resting. Her eyes are open. She's moving her mouth. We're not out of the woods at all. It'll be a couple days to see if she can kind of keep that energy up, and we can do the milk replacement, because Persephone's not going to produce any. We did the first step. Now we just gotta hope and pray that everything else happens, but this is not how we thought we were gonna spend.
Someone wants freedom.
This is not how we thought we were gonna spend our 4th of July. We were gonna work on a deck today, and it didn't even rain, so it would have been a good day for it. But that's been our morning since 6:45 this morning. When we got that phone call that this little one popped out, so the next few days is probably gonna be hard, and we're just gonna pray that it doesn't end in heartache. Again, it's one of those things where you don't name her yet, because even though we already have a name in mind, if she survives, it's just the nature of this situation. Unexpected births, or just births in general, unfortunately, especially in minis. The fact that Persephone was upright and eating and acting normal.
It was doing great.
Miracle. So we're going back to take care of mom and baby. My parents are gonna go grab a new shelter for them. Because again, they're in temporary spacing until we get the new property ready, and we're almost ready to have them over there. So it's been hell of a day. It's 9:50 right now, and I'm just happy to see you move. So we're gonna go home and just gonna see what happens next. Oh, okay. It's Tuesday still. Last time I saw you, were we in the car talking? God, that was like 8 hours ago, if not more. 7 o'clock now. Persephone's doing okay. The baby is drinking, she is sleeping, she is walking around. It's really it's a jump back and forth. Danielle's actually staying in the new shelter that we got for them. We got them a new shelter, a 10 by 10 shelter. She's actually staying in it tonight, and she's going to stay in the RV tomorrow night because these first 24 hours are so important and so scary because she could just pass. So it is a very scary moment, and I have my phone on, and even though I'm deaf, I have the ringer as high as I can, and I doubt I'm going to sleep tonight, and I hope that phone doesn't ring. Because if that phone rings, that means something's gone wrong. Luckily, it's summer. It's supposed to be a beautiful night. She shouldn't get too cold. She is in an enclosure. She's got a straw bed and everything. We're trying everything that we can to keep this little girl alive. So that's what we're going through right now. I'm making myself some food. I'm gonna feed the dogs. I just gave the boys some extra hay. And then tomorrow, if the baby's doing okay, besides a couple errands that I gotta run, I have to do some work on the house because we lost a day, but that's okay. We weren't expecting to have a baby. So that's it for Tuesday, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, so from this morning, when I went to Danielle, we noticed that the baby wasn't eating. So we made the decision to bring her to Tufts Emergency Hospital, which is about an hour and 15 away. She's here now. When we originally met with the doctor, the prognosis was that she's probably not going to make it. Gave it about 45 minutes later, they came back out and said that she was stable, critical, very critical, but stable for that time being. They're running more tests just to see if we can keep her alive, help her, get her out of critical without spending tens of thousands and thousands of dollars. Because again, I want her to live just like anybody else, but the funds to be able to do that are pretty much non-existent. But we're gonna go back and wait for any news. No phone call is a good phone call at this point, because they were gonna call me if she passed. So that's where we stand, and we're just gonna keep praying for the best. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, 4th of July week. My God. Okay, so I think last time we saw you yesterday, we were down at Tufts in the emergency vet clinic for Persephone's baby. So she's still down there. We went from diagnostics that she's probably gonna die. She's critical but stable. She has pneumonia, but she's stable. Again, with foals and calves or anything, it can switch like that, but she is stable. What ended up happening last night after we went back and we talked to them and they did some more tests, they said, really, she's stable, but we really want her mom here so that they can keep that bond if she happens to make it. So we had to come home, rent this stupid trailer because we bought a trailer, but we haven't been able to put tires on it yet because that's what we gotta do. We weren't planning on this. So we had to rent the trailer again from Cheshire Horse late last night. We were talking like picked it up at 4:35 go get Persephone, drive down there, drive back with a trailer. It was an exhausting day. So Persephone and the baby are both down at the emergency vet clinic now. And it really was, call us overnight if she passes away. I woke up this morning to no phone call. No news is good news. It's not the best news. We know that she's still alive. She could still be very, very sick and there's still nothing they can do. But as far as we know right now, she's alive. We're expecting around 10:30 to actually get a call from the vet. That's when they were planning to call us anyway. Just for an update on some numbers. So we are just sitting here and kind of waiting on that. It's 9:45 right now. But I have to clean out the trailer, go pick up the floor from Home Depot, because our floor's in for our house. Bring it back here, unload it by myself, bring the trailer back to Cheshire Horse to drop off, because I only have it for today. And then I wanted to go to the property and do a couple math layout things for the deck so I can order lumber. And that's pretty much my day. And then if it doesn't rain tomorrow, even though the weather is just humid and disgusting, I've got to go and work some on the house. So with baby, we're guarded, but she's alive. Persephone's okay. Life kind of just fell apart all at once because we didn't know that she was pregnant. So we're gonna deal with that. I'm gonna deal with that, and we'll give you guys updates as they come. All right, time to bring the trailer back. Unloaded 72 boxes of flooring in the 90-degree weather this summer, man. It's crazy. If I'm gonna go do that, then I'm gonna go off to my doctor's appointment. So we'll see you guys later. Let's go. All right, I'm driving home. Was at the property for about an hour or so. Taped up all the seams of our floor because unfortunately our floor is not perfectly sealed and it's still letting some water in the basement. Our biggest thoughts are like where there's no beam underneath, like where the stairs are and stuff. So I actually used some flashing tape and pressed down at every seam of our subfloor to just help keep water out of the basement because it is such a to-do to get the water out. So at least I accomplished something today, but it is 92 degrees outside and not happening to continue to do more. So I'm going to try to do some tomorrow morning. I know it's still supposed to be humid and I'm going to be fighting against some rain just to be able to get some numbers in and try to get some more stuff done before we go to Loudon next week because boom, it's already July. Bam, there it is. So additionally, since I saw you last, baby update. The vet called me. She said her CO2 numbers, so her body not getting rid of CO2 properly, are still the same. So we think that's related to still to pneumonia. They've upped her oxygen. Her glucose level for calorie intake has been up and down, up and down. It dropped a lot last night, but it was more stable today. So we're still just antibiotics and getting her up. She's got more energy today. She said she's standing a lot more. I guess that's my wife, so I'm gonna have to pick that up and I'll be back with you. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so where was I? So, you know, glucose is going up and down, but she's got more energy. She's up and moving around. She's being a little feisty, so at least she's up. So she doesn't have the, oh, I'm out of the woods prognosis yet, but she's working her way out. Now, of course, with foals and everything, anything can change in a blink of an eye. So we've got to take that with a grain of salt still. It's been hell. And we weren't even planning on it. We weren't planning on it. So we're still trying to do everything we can to save this little creature. Because she's just too stinking cute to give up on. So, yeah. So, again, if I don't get a phone call from them until tomorrow at 10 a.m., that's good news. They know to call me if she passes. So that's where we're sitting now. I'm going to feed the boys and try to relax for a little bit. Hey guys, so it's Thursday, July 6th at 8:30 p.m. and we just received word that Persephone's baby has passed away. They figured that she had pneumonia or underdeveloped lungs, and she became septic and and she was not able to fight it off. So the vet let us know that we did everything that we possibly could, and we did, and they did everything that they could. But it just wasn't meant to be. Again, we weren't even planning on her having a baby. We had ideas for her name. Hi, Hermes. We had ideas for her name, and I said I wasn't going to name her until I knew what happened. And since we know what has happened now, she was going to be named Indy for independence, for being born on the 4th of July. It's a tragedy. It's part of farm life, and it hurts, but it was very unexpected anyways for her to even be here. It's just been a really shitty 60 hours, and she fought so hard, and I feel bad. The vet says that Persephone's doing okay. They reunited her with Persephone once she had passed, and Persephone acknowledges that she's there, but she's not failing on her own. She's not, grieving or crying or weeping, which is fine. More for the longevity of Persephone and to make sure that she stays safe and healthy. And this all started at 6:30 on Tuesday. 6:30 a.m. and here we are, 8:30 p.m. on Thursday. So Danielle and I are gonna go and try to tell my folks, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so we augured all of our holes for our deck. We did a little bit more spray foam all the way around, taped all the seams, and put up, you can see it in white, the flashing. But now we need supplies, and we're tired. Nobody slept all week, so we're just doing little bits and pieces as we can. Again, doesn't feel like a lot, but it's what we can do. So we're gonna go get some food now, and then go buy some supplies to try to hit it again tomorrow. So here's Persephone. She shaved. Boop. She wants food. We gave her one of these treats that Danielle's been making. Willow likes hers, but I don't think Mina's ever had anything that cold before.
Trying to get the
Oh, no, she's going for it. But you can see they shaved her, and her butt's looking a little bit better. She's getting there. Hi, sweetie pie. I know. But she's doing okay. That's the best part.
Willow, do you love it? Nom 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 nom.